Good morning. Welcome to Wednesday's February 12th, 2025 meeting for the Board of Estimate and Apportionment. The first order of business will be approval of the minutes from the February 5th meeting. Do I have a motion?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
The first order of business will be old business. It's introductory ordinance 25-11, an ordinance to amend the 2025 clerk's office budget for responsibility adjustments. Did you want to put something on the record or do you want to wait?
Yeah. The issue I have with this ordinance is the underlying justification for it. I understand that more work is being done in the clerk's office as a result of a vacancy. And, it may be appropriate to look at some sort of adjustment for it. But the justification underlying this was that there's 3.5 additional hours of work being done every day. And given that this is a union position, it raises the question of either 3.5 hours are being done or 10.5 hours of work are being done in 7 hours, which raises an issue of how much, if it's in fact 10.5 hours worth of work. The alternative is that there's 10.5 hours of work actually being worked, and there's a CBA that provides for comp time and overtime for the employee in that situation. And so it's sort of a situation where neither of those things can really be true all at the same time. So I think this needs to get re-looked at specifically with what the justification is to figure out what makes sense for this position, and to address, any additional work that's being done. And, obviously we can make this retroactive, so it's not like, anyone's going to be out any money permanently if this gets revisited and adjusted down the road. But again, as presented, with this being essentially that a payment for 3.5 additional hours of work every day, I think it presents a problem for the city going forward with addressing work shortages in all of its departments.
Thank you. Do I have a motion to put it up for a vote?
Motion.
Second.
Second. Any in favor? Any opposed?
Nay.
Nay. Are you abstaining?
I'm abstaining because
That's okay. You don't need a
I
reason.
don't think the wording on here was correct, and I understand what he said, so I'm just gonna abstain.
Okay. And one abstention. All right, new business, introductory ordinance 025-05, an ordinance to amend the 2024 Binghamton Johnson City Joint Sewage Treatment Plant budget to increase the reimbursement to owners and decrease personal services costs. These are requested expenses that the owners requested to provide for engineering costs for the TPS project that the board approved, the joint sewer plant board approved.
Motion.
What, second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Second introductory ordinance is 025-07, an ordinance to amend the 2024 DPW budget for the shared maintenance. This is some additional costs that came in for the shared maintenance agreement. It's called the tripartite agreement with Broome County. The reason this happened is because they billed us late for some bills that happened in 2023, and we paid them in our 2024 budget. Thus, we need money to pay for our 2024 bills. Do I have a motion? Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Next is introductory ordinance 025-13, an ordinance to amend chapter 405 in water, 405-77, shutting off water.
Motion.
Second.
Discussion?
Discussion.
I think this is gonna exacerbate the problem.
Exacerbate what problem?
Well, obviously, there's a problem collecting the water fees, right? And this is just gonna add to that amount of money that's not collected.
This is aimed at going towards, I believe what was presented was going towards the higher non-compliant, non-payer accounts. The amount that would roll over to taxes at the end of the year does not change. That will still be at the $200 level. This is just for collections during shutoffs
So
throughout the year.
Ron, my understanding is that with increased costs as part of providing water, that the treasurer doesn't see a lot of bills coming in as delinquent as under $200. But there's more sort of in between below $500 where, maybe they need to go into a payment plan or something, but it doesn't make sense to send out water shut-off notices to everyone that's underneath $200 because we just don't really have anyone below that threshold. So basically, the $200 mark is too low, and there's no one actually falling below that. The $500 mark will allow us to kind of work with people that have kind of one-off bills that they need help with without sending them straight into water shut-off, and then, everyone that we have issues with on a routine basis not paying their bills are still going to be subject to the water shutoffs and delinquent bill procedures going forward. So it's just adjusting the amount based off of increased costs that we've had and increased amounts that we're billing out.
I don't know, to me, it just seems like that 200 level is now 500 levels, so there's much more outstanding money.
Right. Yeah. That $200 level was based on many years ago when the average bill was about $75. Now our average bill is well over 100. So.
If that's what you want.
Any more discussion? Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? None. Next order of business, introductory ordinance 025-16, an ordinance to amend the 2024 water budget for increased electricity. This was some extra costs that came in for the sewer department for their electricity costs for $1,500. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
The next is a budget transfer request for the golf fund. This is for various line items to pay for over budget items in their insurance, promotion, marketing, golf course benefits, and general and administrative costs. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Nope. I have a motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.